Hello, my peacock friends. Let's see what we have for you today. All right, the peacock. I believe this is a fire element. No, air. Interesting. Okay, hang on. I have to find the page. I'm not sure if I've ever done a reading for you. I can tell because it's harder for me to open to the page if I've never done the reading before. There it is. Okay. Peacock, inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. Okay. So, the beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life, so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others. Yeah, that's a lot of acceptance. When in balance, confident and kind. When out of balance, can't digest situations. To bring into balance, meditation on the navel. Okay. And I know for some of us, meditation doesn't work that well. So you may have to find some alternative means. Well, I shouldn't say that. You could use moving meditation instead. That is, most things can be done as meditation if you choose to take that approach. Anyway, as far as looking at the tea leaves, is this your reading? We have July out. And then we have Ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Okay, so it does not have to be a romantic situation. Table, hard work ahead. Apple, you will be tempted. And it is a test. Grasshopper, situations in balance that require careful handling. So something delicate coming up. And Nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. As far as July goes, it could be coming up or this year or coming up this year, or I don't know, whenever you watch it. Or it could be in the past. Something is significant to you about July. Maybe it's a marriage anniversary. Who knows? You would know, not me. But we do have hard work, temptation, and then this careful handling. I can see that happening, especially if temptation is an issue. It's a little concerning that you have Ring, temptation, and an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So that's actually not a promising combination. Unless someone manages to resist temptation. So I would suggest that if you are the one who is being tempted, you keep in mind what is important to you long term, not just temporarily. And most importantly, when temptation comes, choose to be faithful and loyal to yourself, to your own values, to, if it's, an emotionally secure and loving family is important to you, then that's what you need to be true to. What is it within yourself that creates and strengthens a secure, loving family? And it may be that this is a real challenge for you. And it may be that this temptation is what creates a delicate situation. Or maybe that's already happened. So it does seem that this temptation will be a difficult challenge for you. You have the table next to it, so it says hard work ahead. The temptation could also be any kind of addiction, bad habit, any sort of vice. So, I don't know if this is for you or for the person that you are in a connection with, but I think I want to use the tea leaf cards. I haven't done this with them before, but I want to see why you're here. So, the first thing we have come out is a two-faced friend. Somebody you can't trust around you. Broken ring, parting of the ways. Oh dear. All right. So if there was a marriage, it seems to have fallen apart. Or do you think it will? This two-faced friend could be a partner. It's still possible that this is a business thing, but it's looking less likely. And money will be coming to you. Maybe that's a factor in this connection. All right, let's see what we can find out. I want to start with the cat. All right. A two-faced friend. What do you need to know about this cat person? All right, this is looking more marriagey. Oh wow, look at that. Landed right on top of the cat. 8 of Pentacles. These are both in a crossing position. Ancestors. I'm really not sure how to read this card. It's unique to this deck. If you are someone who believes that you have ancestors watching over you, perhaps this may be comforting to you. Or have meaning for you. So I'll leave it there for you to decide on that. All right, so 8 of Pentacles should be about the grind phase of things. It's tedious, it's boring, it's painful, it's painstaking, and it seems to just go on and on forever. This is all about grinding off, I think it's called the dross, I'm not sure. If you had a gemstone, you would grind it to remove all the bits of non-gem stone around it, and to shape it and refine it and bring it to its optimal shape and size. And that's what the 8 of Pentacles is about, going through all that hard work. It's practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing with perhaps no end in sight. Now, if this is in the crossing position, this is obviously not doing that work. Perhaps being impatient, wanting shortcuts, not having the endurance or the strength, or feeling like you don't have the endurance or the strength. Giving into the status quo, because this is not going to be compliant with the status quo. Becoming who you really are will change things. And the Hierophant represents status quo as much as it does, well, I would say religion more than spirituality. That's why it can represent marriage. So in the crossing position, it's definitely a case of, well, there's more potential for it to be referring to the status quo, reinforcing the status quo, maintaining the status quo, letting it control you, dictate your actions, not rocking the boat. There is also the potential for a spiritual mentor of some sort, but there's really a strong emphasis on the status quo, whether it's religious status quo or societal status quo. So it may be that this cat is this two-faced person in your life. It may be that there's a marriage falling apart. It may be a family member with the ancestors card coming out there that is seeking to keep you in line, honestly. All right. Next, let's look at this broken ring. The parting of the ways. Ace of Cups. Ooh, well, you got a whole bunch of cards now. So Ace of Cups is a heart opening. An opening of the heart chakra, a greater understanding of your own heart, your own emotions. Again, we have the Four of Wands, the community card. Today's readings have been all about community. And the Knight of Cups. The last card to come out is the Seven of Wands in reverse. All right. The Knight of Cups would not be someone who is very good at boundaries. The Seven of Wands in the upright is about boundaries, but in reverse, the boundaries are lacking. So the Knights are about movement. They don't always have to be about people, honestly. They can be situations or events, something that is causing change, and they are not lasting. Knights are not lasting. So, however, this Knight is in the upright. And this is the Knight of Cups, so they are all about emotions. They may not be particularly stable, of course, because they're a knight. And boundaries that should have been maintained were perhaps not. It's tough to be in community with a Knight of Cups or any knight because they don't stick around. They're not reliable. I'm finding the Seven of Wands imagery here very interesting, especially since it's in reverse. Hang on. Oh. Interesting. I just found a card on the floor. It's from an earlier reading I did today. And it has, I'm not going to show it to you because there's a naked person on it. But it has, it's the hanging one. So, the need to surrender, to let things go. It's interesting it's coming up with it's come to my attention, at least during the broken ring. So I think you are learning to be true to your heart. And I'm really puzzled by the Seven of Wands in reverse. Perhaps you feel you haven't defended your heart. But there's a need to let this all go. Stop defending it and just let it go. So as the peacock person, you should be able to get past your hurt, to understand that this person is who they are, you are who you are, and there's nothing left to fight for. Okay. Let's see what... You have another card here. Coins. Money will be coming to you. There's something I wanted to say about... Before we move on to that. The peacock person. Which you are. In the air element, of course. So... This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experience in life, so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. Perhaps that's where you are at. You are letting go of pain regarding this broken situation. I mean, I initially thought it seems like a very emotional kind of situation. We had the cups, the Knight of Cups, we had the Ace of Cups, and we had that card about family, so I'm thinking, and community. So I'm thinking it's definitely a marriage, especially with the Hierophant showing up. Perhaps a broken marriage. All right, let's see what we have for coins. Money will be coming to you. That's interesting. Maybe you're finding your dharma, your path, or you're allowing it to come to you. You have the Strength card. Card of Courage, self-development, looking within, finding your inner strength, your inner compassion, and mastering your inner beast. What forces within you do you allow to hamper or hinder you? And it looks like we have the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this is all about inside you because we have the Strength card coming up. So I think that you've been working on your money issues. You're trying to be wise with your money, to be smart about it. The Queen of Cups here is a little concerning. That may be what you need to have strength over. So having the Queen of Cups in reverse... So the Queen of Cups in the upright is very emotionally intelligent, very difficult to fool because of their emotional intelligence, although they may appear naive and trusting and soft and easy to manipulate. You're not fooling them. But in reverse, they may be emotionally manipulative, They may still be emotionally intelligent, but not in a good way. They may be using that insight to manipulate others, or there may be this sense of, no, I'm really just getting emotional manipulation. A lack of emotional honesty. Perhaps you simply need to look within at your own emotions around money, which actually, money is an extremely, excuse me, an extremely sensitive topic for almost everybody. It is a major cause of the end of relationships, personal ones, of course, but also business ones. Or maybe I should say that the other way around. But money is a factor in many, many, many divorces. So being honest with yourself about your feelings about money, your fears about money. This card can be about being miserly, which is usually a fear response. And I think bringing that into balance will really help you to be more receptive to money, be more willing to allow money to come into your life, allow yourself to be successful, to do what you need to do to be successful. I think this is about how you are blocking yourself. But it is also suggesting that you are making progress, because you have strength in the upright, and this card, of course, says money will be coming to you. So it may not be coming to you yet, but perhaps you've been doing a lot of inner work trying to figure out your issues regarding money. And yeah, it is a very emotional issue. So you do have to deal with your negative ideas about money. If you are someone who says things like money is the root of all evil, is it any wonder if it stays away from you? All right. Next, we are going to look at your message from the universe. Sorry, it just got away from me. I just saw the crow card. I saw the funniest thing this morning. I know it's completely irrelevant, probably. I was driving down the street, passing a graveyard. So there was a wrought iron fence, of course. And there were two crows hippity-hoppity. I'm being literal. They were hopping on the ground next to the fence. I had to really take a second look. Fortunately, I was driving slowly, because I was like, what are those? What is that? What is hippity-hopping? Those black, shiny, feathery things hippity-hopping along the fence. And it was two crows. So maybe you should take time to laugh at absurd things. Well, we should always take time to laugh. All right. Almost always. I take it back. Okay. So, message from the universe. Besides enjoying absurdity, we have messenger, movement. Well, maybe you are that Knight of Cups. Maybe you have decided that to take your emotions on the road. I don't know. Maverick, rule breaker, independent, nonconformist, defiant, loose cannon, risk taker. All right, you want a quick win. But you also feel stuck. I don't think you are good at listening to your inner guidance yet, although you may want to be. And that this I don't think the stuckness is going to be released until you figure out the inner guidance. I'm a little puzzled by this bouquet. It can be about creativity and expression, gratitude, appreciation, openness, love, warmth, possibly reconciliation. I think it has to do with expressiveness, honestly. I think I want another card for that. All right, bouquet. And we got anvil, resolve, purpose, focus, concentration. Here, let me move this over. Oh, everything is all sideways. Darn it. All right, so anvil, resolve, purpose, focus, concentration, resilience. Take determined action. Well, if you want to do all that, you definitely need to have your inner guidance and guiding you. At least you should. Well, anything else? Okay, this has been coming out a lot lately. Some kind of success is headed your way. Now, the Sun card in Tarot is the happiest card in the deck, but it is also fleeting. It does not refer to a permanent happiness. But there seems to be the need for a lot of work before you're going to get to this. And these cards don't support a quick win. It does seem like you're headed in the right direction, though. You do need to pay attention to your inner guidance, your inner knowing, to find your true path. So, I am wishing you all the best. Oh, wait a minute. No. I want to get you a... Which one do I want to use? Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Mystical Shaman cards. Just one, I hope. Interesting. So the Sacrifice, that sounds very similar to the Hanging one, but we shall see. Number is 44. Wait a minute, I want to check and see. You have 1, 2, 3. And 2 31s. All right. But let's get to the Sacrifice. The essence. To sacrifice means to make sacred. The sacrifice is an offering of gratitude made from the heart, a feast of love prepared for spirit. In olden days, sacrifices sometimes involved rituals in which blood was offered to the gods. For example, in the Bible, Yahweh preferred Abel's sacrifice of one of his lambs to Cain's offering of fruits, vegetables, and fruits. In Middle America, however, Quetzalcoatl, the Lord of the Dawn, came to teach that Spirit preferred our songs and our prayers to the blood of humans or animals. The invitation. The sacrifice asks that you offer to Spirit that which is most precious to you. Your offering will be sanctified and returned tenfold. You will be elevated to the altar at which you have been praying, and meet the divine at the table with the heavenly feast. You are a welcome guest at this banquet. Your heart is the only worthy offering you can bring. Life has been generous with you in so many ways. I think there's a real emphasis on gratitude here. The medicine. What is the one person or thing that you feel you cannot live without? It is time to offer it all to Spirit so that it may unfold as it will. Do not cling to the old form or allow your sacrifice to weigh heavily upon you. You have sacrificed yourself and your dreams for too long. Now is the time to rededicate yourself to your journey. Your inner guidance here. When you make sacred, you open the doors to infinite wealth. Do not delay. I was not expecting a reference to wealth, but that is a concern of yours. So it sounds like being in alignment with your spiritual path will also help you with your financial path, perhaps. No guarantees. I don't know how it's going to work out in your life or what it will look like. It probably will not look like what you expect. That's the only thing I can tell you with any certainty. It never does. So, I am wishing you all the best. It sounds like things are a little difficult right now. But you also have the ability to be this peacock person, to assimilate anything, to learn to be accepting, tolerant, loving, even in difficult situations, perhaps. To understand someone else's point of view. I am wishing you all the best. It does seem like you are going to be getting it anyway. Good luck.